Hi.
We obviously have Raheem Sterling back from injury, who played in the last couple of games. It's obviously still early days, probably still getting into the flow of things. What have you made of his performances of late, and what more do you expect to do going forward with obviously the injuries in the front line?
Yeah, for sure, we can get a lot from Rush. We are getting much more than we used to get in a few weeks back. Obviously, his involvement has been much higher, and it's going to be capital. Obviously, now he's got more rhythm and more minutes. He had an injury that he's coming back from, but overall, I think that he can give us a lot.
We've seen with Gabriel, especially from set pieces, he scores once again. In terms of centre-backs across this country and just football in general, how much of a threat is he as a centre-back in terms of scoring goals? It's quite extraordinary.
At the present time, very much when you look at his numbers and the type of goals and the occasions when he has scored the goals, very important goals as well. So he will be right up there.
Jordan?
Hi, Mikel. It must be really hard to balance what you now need to do in January with what you want to do in the summer. And have you been given assurances that if you spend money in January that won't affect your budget in the summer or what you plan to do in the summer?
No, assurances in this industry, I think that nobody can give you, because it's related to performance, what we achieve, how we finish the season, a lot of things, So it's clear it's not easy, and I think that's probably the most difficult part, because a player that is injured, at the end, what can you do? He has no value, he cannot perform, so it's a really difficult scenario. On top of that, you have to add somebody else on that, so it's not easy.
Is it something you've spoken about, though, in terms of getting that balance right between this month and the summer?
Yeah, for sure. We never plan a window. So we have a plan, we look at the squad, how we're going to evolve it, what is in the academy, how we're going to change it and adapt things. And from there, then you go. Because from what you plan actually and the picture that we have today, or we are really bad planning, or nobody could see that we're going to have that many injuries. So you're going to have to adapt whatever the plan is as well.
Gary?
Is it as simple as money to get the targets you want this month?
I don't think so. Obviously, it's a factor, because at the end, when you want to recruit a player and the player wants to come, you have to agree to a certain fee. But that player has to be available. It's a player that we believe that it can be the solution short and medium and long term, and then we have to be able to afford it, and it's not easy.
When you're looking at sort of players in January, it's a lot harder for a player from abroad necessarily to settle as opposed to players playing in the Premier League. Is that would that be as part of your thinking, that if you bring someone in, they almost have to hit the ground running, otherwise the pressure is already there on them?
For sure. With every player, you have to understand the context as well. So which player do you bring? What are the expectations? How is this player going to fit in on that door when everybody's asking, okay, we need to sign that kind of player, and then how do you deal with that? That's always a big thing.
Okay, Darren?
Mikel, we talk about players coming in, but Kai Havertz at the club at the moment, how has it been through the last few weeks? Not a great couple of weeks on the pitch for him. I mean, love to rest him, I'm sure, but it's needs must.
I enjoy to work with him, honestly. And I wish that you could spend some time with him and the players around him and the people around him. That's why we all love him, because he just looks forwards. He takes it in the chin, he works harder, and he tries again. And like him, anybody else. Because about in football, what you've done today or 3 weeks ago, it doesn't matter. It's about, okay, now against Aston Villa, what we can produce. We're going to be judged on that. That's it. So let's look forward to that.
And finally, John?
You mentioned the crowd had a different bite and a different body language.
Like yours, that you are like this. I love that. Let's go.
Is it something that you're going to have to keep reminding them, because they can be a bit quiet, can't they?
Hopefully no. Hopefully that's the standards and we maintain it, and we go from there to better.
Do they know this?
Sorry?
Do the 60,000 people who are going to come and see you know this?
I don't know. They have to watch the press conference. If not, I think it would be difficult on me shouting and lifting my arms. What else can I do? I will try my best.
You mentioned Bukayo needing a break.
Yeah.
Does that mean he can go on holiday with your blessing?
Yeah. He needs to. He's obligated to go.
Yeah.
Yes. with his girlfriend, with his family, that he can choose on his own, but he needs to get away for a few days and refresh. And he can still do a lot of things on the rehab because it's the perfect stage right now, but I think it's going to make him really good.
Is there also a desire for him to stay stay close to everybody, the most important part of the season?
Yeah, but he is, and he's been every single day there. But there is a moment, especially when we plan and we're going to be away for a few days, that he needs to do that. That's very important for him as well, and we need to look after our players.
So he can send you a postcard?
Sorry?
He could send you a postcard?
Yeah, a nice picture or a present or something.
What would you like?
Okay, everyone. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yes.